Hello guys, today, I am going to be discussing a topic that is very heavily argued between many people today, and I will be debunking and rebunking arguments today. The party switch. I will mainly be debunking claims from this video, so without further ado, let's go.
The crux of the issue here is that people are trying to erase the old Southern Democrat.
This is just one ignorant way of saying that the Democrats were always racist and that the Republicans were always pro-civil rights.
And the old Southern Democrat will tell you to your face that no matter what, that they will never vote for the party of Lincoln.
This is once again another point of ignorance, saying the Democrats were always the bad guys.
Keep that in mind. The second thing is anyone that is a proponent of the party switch myth can never give you an exact date or time period that this actually happened. You debunk one, they try to say it was another. They can go from the 1870s up to the 1960s and the 1990s. It just depends. The first issue we have here is that the South did not generally start to vote Republican until the 1990s and 2000s.
If someone says the South flipped Republican only in the late 1990s, 2000s, they're correct at the state and legislative level. That's true. But as soon as 1964 to 1980, the South leaned Republican in presidential elections. That split between national and local happened for decades, not a simple overnight switch.
There were a lot of states in the South that still had Democratic legislatures, Democratic elected officials statewide in the mid-2000s. So to say that this is something that happened and it was a philosophical switch is completely disingenuous.
But by then, the South, especially the Deep South, were now dominated by Republicans.
After the Civil Rights Act of 1964, a grand total of 3 federal legislators switched parties, 2 in the House, 1 in the Senate. And I can tell you that with that being the case, that is not a party switch.
That is not the idea of the party switch. They didn't literally switch parties. The idea is that they switched ideologies.
What happened is more industry started to come into the South from the North, and it turned a new generation of people into Republicans as they entered the workforce. You started to see effects of this in the 1950s, and then even after the Civil Rights Act, as the South further developed and industrialized, you saw people slowly start to vote Republican as they came of age. The old Southern Democrats still voted Democrat.
There he goes again with the old Southern Democrat argument.
The people, the Democrats that voted against the 1964 Civil Rights Act continued to stay in office for years until they were either replaced by a newer Democrat or by a Republican sometime in the 1990s or 2000s. So this whole idea of the party switch is based in a fallacy and an ignorance of
That's ironic, calling out people being ignorant.
Electoral politics that is essentially meant to just be propaganda for the Democratic Party to try and say, well, we were the bad guys, now we're the good guys.
In conclusion, the party switch did happen, and this guy tried making it look like we're saying the party switched overnight. Thank you for watching, and if you like long-form videos like this, please give me suggestions on what other videos on presidents, history, and politics you want next, and goodbye, and thank for watching.